out, but they're actually first in the league now. They got the most points.
Oh, it's nice.
Yeah, in their division and the league, yeah.
They're doing well, right? Like, other people will argue, okay, they're in a Canadian division, they're not playing any of the American teams, so maybe it's easier. But even still, like, what does that mean? So that means that their accomplishment is not as good? You know what I mean?
I figure it's a matter of time, you know? Like, they had their kind of, like, their meme seasons where they were just like, oh, great, no, it's on purpose, we're tanking.
But they were rebuilding for, like, 10 years.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's like kind of, it's the time where, like, they added some veterans, the young players are getting more mature, so it's like the right mix, you know?
Oh, yeah. I mean, sports-wise, those are usually the best projects when it's like a decade of, you know, financial, youth, team, branding, everything, right?
Yeah, skill development, player development.
Yeah.
So it's going well, man. Let's just hope they keep doing well, man. And about the fans, man, hopefully we can get some fans in there because there's no Raptors games here, right? So like our only hope is pretty much to get like maybe TFC back to some kind of capacity, and like to be able. They'll be able to let some fans in the Air Canada Centre to see the Leafs play because they're definitely going to make the playoffs this year. They'll probably win the division.
I feel like the Leafs have not the Leafs, sorry, the TFC has a bit of an advantage because to me, like, their whole stadium is pretty much outdoors.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, definitely.
You can social distance.
Yeah. I've seen a couple countries, like when I'm watching like Champions League, Europa League, they have people in there. They're distance, but there's people.
Nothing's really changed, just a few less people.
Yeah.
It's funny. Every time I used to watch that, man, I used to see like guys chanting with like drinks and like, you know, like. So I'm just like, is that still happening, or maybe in a social distance way? You know.
Honestly, I think it'll happen. Like heat of the moment, people are gonna be like, you know what, we're just gonna, you know, have some fun, put on our mask if we wanna do whatever, right?
Yeah. Because I was actually talking with a friend, like. The gaming experience to see a game live, right? Part of the experience is eating the food and drinking there. You know what I mean? Because it's like kind of makes you feel like it's different than if you were just watching at home, right? Exactly. So it's like it's kind of now it's like to just go there. I don't even know if that's allowed, but if you were to just go there, if they ever open up our Canada Centre, you just go there and watch from there. I guess it's still good, but like you're still missing that element, right?
Yeah.
But you would need to line up, and the food handling with COVID, then it's a different issue, right?
Oh, yeah. They probably need more time in, like, halftime or something just to get food.
Yeah, intermissions, halftime, exactly. Oh, man, how about those Raptors, though, man? Doing crazy, too.
You know?
Yeah.
They got COVID, a couple of them, so
yeah,
that's kind of setting them back.
Exactly.
And they're on a roll too,
We're
man.
doing well. We're doing well, man. Like I like how, despite like some kind of speculation, everyone's still focused and they're playing as like a unit. You know?
Yeah, definitely. Like their spirits are up, and they have a better rhythm than they did in the first couple of games of the season. So I'm hoping that their momentum like carries on, and that they'll be able to do well in the playoffs this year and actually have a good run. Last year was just a disaster.
Last year, you know what? They didn't do that bad, but like that loss, I mean, in the Boston series was kind of heartbreaking to see.
Yeah.
Right? Oh, it was like they were always just like coming from behind in that series.
Yeah. And we all knew that they were a better team.
The end of the game was, yeah, exactly. And like that last game was a letdown, like that game 7 or whatever it was against the Celtics. So I was like, come on, they had more than that, you know. And they weren't even playing that good. Boston was, you know.
I know.
Just we were playing bad too. But no, man, this year, honestly, I think they faced some adversity. They started off like it was bad. They started off like with a bad record, right? And they actually pulled themselves back to like 500 now, or just like a game under, or they're actually 500 right now, because of the fact that like I think they started off bad because they affected them badly, right? That they lost Gasol and Ibaka when they left. So right now it's like you're seeing the emergence of like Van Vliet and Siakam, you know, and basically transitioning Lowry to Van Vliet, even though Lowry's still important, right?
Yo.
And even what's his name, OG, he's going crazy right now too.
Yeah, him and like Boucher, I'm liking.
Oh, they're playing awesome.
Has definitely stepped up. Yeah, definitely, man.
I love how that guy says bonjour whenever he scores,
And
and he says like he that guy's awesome. And he'll shoot a 3 and he'll go Boucher from Montreal, and he's actually from Montreal. You know what I mean?
Yo,
cool.
Boucher shooting a 3. I gotta see that, man.
That's awesome. Yeah, he shoots it like he was like his arms go all the way back. I don't know if you guys ever seen. He has a unique way of shooting.
Yeah.
It's like, wow, when are you launching that? It's all the way back there, you know. But he gets it in, so.
Oh yeah.
Man, let's just hope for the best. Honestly, I think what they could use in whenever they get a trade deadline or something is like another big, like a dependable big, because I don't really see them working out too much, like the guys that we got.
I heard there may be a rumor of like a multi-team transfer.
I even heard Lowry to Philadelphia rumors. I'm not sure if that's true.
Yeah. Apparently, there's a rumor because there's another one that said that Lowry might leave the city. He's putting up his home for sale.
I heard that too, actually.
Yeah.
I actually saw a video where this guy drove by. You know, people are like very they do that here, right? They'll be like, "Yo, I think this is his house. Yo, let's go check it out." It's like, come on, guys, seriously. First of all, you can't afford that house. Second of all, let's give the guy that's his house.
Oh no, I know my ass is going to be taking a selfie in front of a mansion, man. I'll admit it. I'm one of those people that takes pictures of myself in front of people's homes, man.
You know what? I don't even think I would mind doing that. It's just the fact that they just found him. It's like Lowry. It might be Lowry's house. Let's go check it out. You know.
Hey fellas, let's go trespass.
Exactly, yeah. Like I'm not sure. I think Maurice, now that he's an Oshawan, might do that, but I'm not
What? The Oshawan in him?
Absolutely not, man. I'm a law-abiding citizen.
Yes, let's ask your clients. No, but you know what? I just hope, honestly, our teams are pretty solid, right? All around. So it's pretty good. Even at TFC, there's no team you can look at and say, "Oh man, I wish they would." I'm embarrassed by that team. You know what I'm saying? They're pretty.
Yeah.
It's pretty. You're proud to say that. Even the Jays, right? They collected young talent for a long time. Bichette, all these other guys, Guerrero, and then all the Spanish guys, right? That they have, Teoscar Hernandez. I'm not sure if you guys know the players, but
yeah, they have a good season.
But they got some new pitching arms, I think an Asian guy. I don't know where he came from, Korea or something, and they got some pretty good guys. But now I think they landed in the off season. They landed one of the best players from the Houston Astros, George Springer, and apparently he's supposed to be really, really good because he won.
He is, man.
Won the MVP in the 2017, I think, MLB, I think what it was, World Series or something.
Yeah, World Series, man.
We got that guy, man.
Crunch time, man. Yeah, he's a really clutch player.
Yeah, I mean, we were missing that since we lost Bautista and Donaldson back in the day, right? So since then, we were kind of missing that arm, you know?
Yeah,
hitting that bat.
Yeah, definitely.
So that's going to be.
Bautista and Donaldson were streaky players, and they hit a lot of home runs. But when it came down to it, they all choked during all of the big games.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, they took us as far as they're going to take, right?
Yeah.
I remember that. I always remember that game, man, where that bat flip against Texas. That was the most memorable game I ever seen. You guys remember that?
Oh yeah. I'll never forget that bat flip, man.
Yeah, and that little kid that kept showing that was impersonating him. TV? You remember that?
Yeah, I remember that. I remember when Batista got punched in the face.
When he got punched?
Yeah, remember that fight? I think it was with Tudor or some shit. He got clocked in the jaw. I'm like, wow, he took it like a champ.
But put it this way.
Waiting, man.
Anybody would have reacted like that, if I'm Bautista, to try and hit him back, you know?
Yeah.
So I was like, who's going to take that and be like, okay, you hit me, hopefully the umpire does something. No, you're going back for something, right? So
yeah, it's it's not like you're going to dive in baseball, you know? Oh, he hit me, oh!
Yeah, I mean, I'll give them credit where it's due. Back in that series, the Texas team was good. that we were facing too. It was a good match, you know.
Oh yeah,
definitely.
No, but I am excited. The only thing that sucks with that is like they can't come over here at all, right? The Blue Jays, like they're either in Florida or in Buffalo, so it sucks for Raptors and for Blue Jays, right? Like we're missing that, but hopefully with all these things lifting, right, and the vaccine, like we can get things like rolling a bit more right here.
oh yeah. I mean, I think it's just a matter of time. Because honestly, I've seen the plans and how they have it to have like phased or staggered rollouts, right?
Yeah.
Like right now, it's just more like the people that need it will get it now.
Yeah, exactly.
The next round, I think, is going to be around the fall.
And that's going to be for like the general population, right? Or just like younger ages?
Yeah, the general population. I think it's good. Like, honestly, if people can hold out, if they're not, like if their job doesn't make them interact with people or they're not in a high risk,
yeah,
just like, dude, just sit tight,
chill out,
get tested, do what you need to do, right?
Yeah.
And yeah, that's it, man, because the vaccines are coming. Like,
yeah.
And plus, they're always developing them. Like, I remember the issue with the Moderna one, and I think it might have been because of those ingredients that Maurice mentioned. And I noticed too, I saw there were a lot of like fats and this and that, and one of the main symptoms of Moderna was stomach aches. So now the Pfizer, they developed it and they took out that symptom of the stomach aches. So I'm thinking slowly. Yeah, exactly. They're always improving their vaccine, right? And now the other question I've noticed, and there was some like chats with doctors and shit, and it was just like, we're trying to see, they're still in kind of like an experimental stage, right? They don't know if it's going to be one and done, like by the time numbers get to a certain point, it just dies off, or if it's going to be like another flu, right? More seasonal.
Yeah, where like you'd have to get like a shot, or you can get it every year.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if you put it this way, if you want to be around less people, just, like people are, like you said, leaving the city, right? So trying to get away from the city a little bit, right? If people are going to be like that, right? Like they're so worried about it,
Yeah,
like,
dude, that
it just to get away from the city. Like you have an Oshawa option right here, right, Maurice? less people right there. I'm trying to promote your hometown, bro. Now, so it's like, because it's still close to us. So. What were you saying, Vic? Sorry.
Oh no, I was just gonna say it kind of reminds you of that, like the Family Guy clip where like Quagmire had some like risky sex. It's like, oh, time to take my HIV pill. Whereas to just even have like a pill or a shot of something that's like, oh, time to take my flu / coronavirus / whatever / SARS injection. I wouldn't be surprised, to be honest, if we develop like a vaccine that's like 2-in-1.
The funniest meme I seen was the one where they showed Doug Ford as an old man, and he was still announcing like lockdown prolongs in like 2036 or something.
Oh my god! Yeah, that's jokes.
You saw that one?
Oh, the Ford memes are awesome, man. I saw something similar where it's just like somebody took a picture of Ford coming out of a McDonald's. It's like, oh, every time Ford comes out of a McDonald's and sees his shadow, it's 2 more weeks of lockdown.
Yeah, man, because it seems like he's like, okay, well, we got to get through this now. We're going to get through this. And then it's like almost there, and then like 2 more weeks. Okay, then 2 more weeks, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, but I mean, I understand all the precautions,
Yeah, I guess I suppose for some people it just feels like your boss asking you to do like overtime. It's like, yeah, I'm gonna need another 2 weeks of lockdown. Thank you.
Exactly. Well, you know what it is? I think at the end of the day, people are just getting fed up. But like you said, Vic, like they gotta hang in there because there is like light at the end of the tunnel, and people just have to be patient,
Yeah.
And watch out for one another.
Yeah, like at this point, I hear of quarantine, lockdown, whatever. It's gonna take its toll, and like not even in certain groups or certain people anymore. It's like now it's at a total societal level. right? It's just felt